Glad you're with us for Denver 7 News at 5 this Tuesday. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Porter. Glad you're with us tonight. We begin with new information about the Molotov cocktail attack in Boulder. 12 people were set on fire Sunday. 3 remain hospitalized tonight, but are expected to survive.
And the White House tonight blaming it on the Biden administration's failed immigration policies.
Upon the visa expiration, he overstayed, filed an asylum claim, and was given a work authorization by the Biden administration. Instead of deporting this heinous individual, Joe Biden's administration allowed him to stay in our country and to work.
The Department of Homeland Security reports the suspect, Mohamed Sabry's family, is now in ICE custody. His wife and 5 kids could be deported as soon as tonight. The White House says Soliman was living in the Colorado Springs illegally and that his work permit expired months ago.
Soliman's looking at 16 counts of attempted murder and a federal hate crime. Authorities say he planned this attack for a year. Witnesses also add that he shouted "Free Palestine" during the attack. Now, meanwhile, some Colorado Republicans are also blaming state immigration laws. Governor Polis says only the attacker here is to blame. And Denver 7's hearing from Pearl Street business owners who aren't rushing to assign blame for this attack.
Tonight we're speaking with visitors, businesses, and city officials who say there are not widespread concerns about security and safety there. Denver 7's Adria Irahita shares more and joins us live in Boulder this evening.
And Adria, you spoke with community members who see this incident as just an awful, senseless attack that nobody could have seen coming.
Yeah, that's right. Good evening. That's the sentiment among business owners down here on Pearl Street. Now, all that to say, it's been a pretty quiet day here along Pearl Street Mall, but as you can see, it's kind of rainy, kind of not the best weather to walk around. So they say it's too soon to tell if it's because of this weather or because of what happened on Sunday. Regardless, the entire day we've been out here, we've noticed an increase in law enforcement just walking up and down Pearl Street Mall. So we wanted to know, with business owners and with city officials, what, if anything, is going to be done in light of these attacks safety-wise. It's back to business on the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder, and these local shops and restaurants are preparing for what the next few days could look like.
I was out downtown a little bit when there was very few people, and I saw gangs of 5 cops walking up and down.
Chad Henderson is the assistant manager at a pizzeria right outside the place where Sunday's attack happened, injuring 12 people at a weekly walk to raise awareness on Israeli hostages. He tells me he stepped in to bring water to some of the burn victims.
The perpetrator was still there and still screaming and active.
Event organizers tell Denver 7 every week the group is in touch with Boulder PD to let them know of their gatherings.
They're aware. We also reached out a day before this walk to the Boulder Police Department and made sure that they are aware.
But Henderson tells us, based on what he saw, given the nature of the attack, which is labeled a targeted terror attack by the FBI.
I don't think if there was a cop who was standing on the bricks Sunday when things happened, it wouldn't have happened.
We reached out to city leaders about their next steps for security on Pearl Street. Boulder Mayor Aaron Brockett declined our request, a spokesperson telling us he's tied up today preparing for community vigils and events that are set to take place on Wednesday. We also reached out to the Boulder police chief, who we're told is also preparing for those events. Denver 7 did learn that Boulder police will be adding extra security to areas based on, quote, upcoming events. Even today, we saw increased police presence during an informal prayer vigil at the site of the attack, bringing some peace of mind to folks like Henderson. But even then,
I'm not surprised that it happened. I have no reason.
that group that was peacefully marching on Sunday, Run for Their Lives, say that they want to continue meeting weekly, although they tell Denver 7 they're not quite sure what that will look like moving forward. Reporting live in Boulder, Adria Irahita, Denver 7.
Adria, thank you very much. I want to look closer here. Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser is addressing concerns of a rise in anti-Semitism here in Colorado. He says there has been a 40% increase in such incidents since the October 7th, 2023 attacks that led to the conflict in Gaza. This includes vandalism, physical violence too. Weiser, who is Jewish, says this has to have immediate attention and action.
We all need to take a look in the mirror and say, this sort of political violence is unacceptable. We all have to condemn it. When people want to change public policy, they engage in dialogue and the democratic process. Violence, harassment, name calling, demonization, this is something we're seeing too much of. It's got to stop.
If you're looking to support the Boulder community in this difficult time, Jewish Colorado is launching an emergency fund. You can scan the QR code on your screen now to go to the fundraiser. Their goal is to raise $160,000. The organization says all donations will go directly to support security for the community, as well as victim or trauma support. You can also find the link on our website, denver7.com.